Hey, you guys, it's me, Claire, with My Talk TV. I'm coming today to talk about something different. I'm not coming to talk about what you're used to me talking about, like reviews and stuff. I'm actually going to talk about some real life stuff. So if you're in the mood to hear it, then you're in the right place. Okay, so I'm undergoing a very big change in my life right now. It's definitely a huge change, and it's definitely requiring me to be very positive. And one thing that I recognize is it's so easy to fall into negativity, into thinking negatively, into thinking that you can't do something. Um, I know this is true for myself, despite the fact that I'm using the word you. But what I come to realize is that you don't have to worry about you don't have to worry about anything. You just don't. Life's gonna happen the way it's gonna happen, and change will happen in your life. There's no way of getting around that. Change is gonna happen, and when change happens, you just gotta let it happen. You just gotta let change happen. Because the fact of the matter is, you could be dead. It's very blatant, I know, but it's true, and I recognize that. I could be dead. I could be, my body could be rotting away in a casket, but it's not yet. It will be. It definitely will be here soon. I don't know when, but it will be. But right now it's not. And I'm so grateful for that. And there's so many different things I want to do in my life. There's so many different there's so many different pieces of me that I hold back from the world. I don't show people, I don't tell people because I was afraid to show who I really was. But see, I was forgetting that it doesn't really matter because I'm going to be dead eventually anyway. And so is everyone else around me. And really, does it matter what other people think? Does it? Does it really matter what everybody else has to think about me? It doesn't. Because we're all going to the same place. And all that seems to matter is that I do the things that I know is right in my heart, and I make myself happy by being true to myself, despite what anybody has to say or think. As long as I'm being true to myself, I will be at peace in this world. And when change comes, I will welcome it with open arms and know that it's all still beautiful. It all still works out. God is still going to make me happy, and I'm still going to be okay. While I'm in the middle of the change and I don't really know what's going to happen next, I can make the choice to worry, maybe sad and negative, but it's a waste of time. Instead, I make the choice to be positive, to be happy, to think positively, to know that it's okay, to know that nothing matters, nothing really matters, and I can be the person that I am deep down inside. When the storm comes, it's not about crying, it's about dancing in the rain. I heard that on a quote once, and I really like it because it's so true, it's so real. What's the things that we dread the most, right? Other than death, because I mean, people dread death, which you shouldn't dread death because it's going to happen anyway. So accept it. I think once death is accepted, you can live your life more freely. But we fight death so much that it disturbs our life experience. And that's deep. So that may not make sense to you right now. But think about it. You fear something, it's going to affect how you react. Say like you fear dogs. There's a street by your house that's full of dogs. And when you're walking home from school, you can walk down that street, but it's full of dogs and you're afraid of dogs. So you choose not to walk down that street. So you choose to walk down a different street, which it's a longer way. So by you taking that longer way, you end up walking more and your heart is stronger and there's so many different things. Now, that might not be the perfect example because with that example, something positive happens because you feared the dogs. But what I'm saying is there's an effect nonetheless on your life when you don't accept the truth. So I guess even my example makes sense because when you accept the truth that there's dogs down that street and you don't go down there, it benefits you because you don't get bit by a dog. But whatever. You guys know what I'm talking about. The thing about it is, when you fear death, you don't live your life the same. When you don't accept death, you live your life as if it will go on forever and ever and ever. And many different things happen. You think to yourself that certain things are worse than they really are. So you stress and you waste your life away by stressing, forgetting that you're gonna die here soon anyway. It doesn't matter what you do, what you say. All you have to do is be you and do what makes you feel right in your heart of hearts, deep down inside. Live a peaceful existence. Live a happy existence. Be free. Be comfortable. Love people. It's hard to love people. It's hard, okay? It's hard for me to love people sometimes. But it can be done. So hopefully you guys have been following me through this whole video because basically you've just been watching my thought process because I've just been speaking my thought process. So hopefully you've been able to follow along and I didn't lose you somewhere in there. Um, but if you were able to follow along, then you know where I'm coming from. You know what I'm talking about. And you know that this life can get so hard sometimes. But I just want to encourage you and I just want to let you know that, yeah, it gets hard sometimes, but it don't even matter. It don't even matter because when you're in those moments of supposed sadness where people would be supposedly sad or supposedly miserable, when you're in those moments, you still have a choice. Who says that you don't have a choice? None of us want to be homeless, but who's to say that being homeless is all that bad? I guess if you're homeless and you see it as being terrible and you'd be a grumpy homeless person. But I've seen happy homeless people. I have. I've seen homeless people that look peaceful as hell. So no matter what, you can choose to be happy. You can choose to be yourself. You can choose to be free. And so I will remind myself more often that this life is not permanent and that it's okay for me to break out of my shell and show myself. Yeah. All right, you guys. Well, I appreciate you watching If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I'd love to see you in my subscriptions box. I don't know if that's what it's called. But you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna send like little messages to all my subscribers and just tell them thank you for subscribing because I just I'm just grateful that people actually are interested enough to listen to what I have to say. And I just thank you for spending some time out of your life to hear what I have to say because you really didn't have to, but you chose to, and I'm grateful for it because I feel like I had something important to say. So, thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing, and I'll see you soon. I'm gonna go hit the gym, work out, get it right, get it tight. Oh my goodness, you guys. I had to tell you this story about this guy I met in the gym. So funny. He's a good guy, but he's like way older than me. He's way older than me. I don't talk to him regularly or anything, but anyway, I'll come back with that story. Like, it is no point in me telling you now because then you won't have a reason to come back. So I'll tell you guys the story next time. So let me get out of here. Thank you guys again for watching and